My topic is the genetic modification of animals. The purpose of genetically modifying an animal is to increase its growth, nutritional value, or increasing resistance to disease. Although many people think genetically modified animals are important for the advance of science, others argue that it is unethical and harmful for humans and animals. Scientists have already safely modified animals like cows, pigs, chickens, goats, sheep, dogs, cats, fish, rats, and mice. A GMO is the result of a laboratory process where genes from the DNA of one species are extracted and artificially forced into the genes of an unrelated plant or animal. The result is a genetically modified animal that has the beneficial gene from the other species. The animal that has been genetically modified are also called transgenic organisms because this process involves the transfer of genes. The Aqua Advantage salmon was created by inserting a growth hormone gene from a Chinook salmon and the ocean pout into the Atlantic salmon genome. This salmon has 3 sets of chromosomes instead of the normal 2. It is also said to look and taste just like an unmodified salmon. This salmon grows to market size in 18 months instead of the normal 3 years. They also consume 25% less food. But the issue with genetically modified animals, specifically in the Aqua Advantage salmon, is that some people believe that this is not ethical, and that it will cause harm not only to the organisms going through the process, but also the organisms in the genetically modified animal's ecosystem, and because of this, the process is not publicly accepted. One of the pros of Aqua Advantage fish is that they take the stress off of a wild salmon population, because these modified fish are maturing and growing 3 times faster than the wild salmon population. The genetically modified salmon have the potential to become the main salmon source in stores. The second pro is that they lower the cost of salmon. Because these genetically modified fish are grown in a farm, they are cheaper because there is no fisherman involved. The fisherman gets paid for catching fish, and that increases the price of the fish. But by taking out the middleman, there is less costs, which will lower the overall price for each fish. The third pro is help alleviate hunger. According to the Food and Agricultural Organization of the United Nations, there are 795 million people who are chronically undernourished. We need to double food production with less land and less water, and prevent further environmental degradation. One of the most promising approaches is genetically modified animals to produce more food with less. The Aqua Advantage fish is doing this by needing less food as well as maturing faster, so there will be more salmon ready for the market, which means more food for a lower cost. The Aqua Advantage fish also has cons. One of them is that it lowers the nutritional value. These fish have been found to have fewer omega-3s and more omega-6s. This isn't good because omega-6 causes inflammation, and omega-3 is supposed to reduce that inflammation. Omega-3 is a fatty acid that is an essential nutrient for humans. A lower amount of that fat means a lower nutritional value. The second con is that it isn't ethical. Many people argue that genetically modified procedures are unethical because they can harm the organism. In most of genetically modified animal trials and experiments, many of the animals are killed either when they are in an embryo or by side effects of these procedures later on in life. Less than 5% of embryos are actually successful with no side effects. In my opinion, the pros of genetically modified animals, like the Aqua Advantage salmon, outweigh the risks. I think that modifying animals so that they are more sustainable will help the overall condition of the earth, as well as help to make advances in science. If genetically modified animals were more publicly accepted, then I think that people would see that even though the process may be unethical, the results has benefits that in the future our society may need. Overall, the purpose of genetically modifying an animal to increase its growth, nutritional quality, or increasing resistance to disease is a controversial topic. Many people believe that it is ethical because of the potential it has to help humans and animals. By lowering food costs, alleviating hunger, and protecting wild populations. But others believe that it is unethical because of the possibility to harm the organism and lowering the nutritional value.